New Miles Monday, we'll go miles on this ride. New Miles Monday, with some miles on the side.
Okay, I edited this video down a bit. I skipped about 2 minutes of me opening that box that I just chucked over there. I figured I'd save you the hassle of having to look at me unbox that whole thing. Kind of more cut into the chase right here. Somewhat out of frame. My apologies. Here I am removing one of the 20 bags that it came in. Kind of a nice velvety sleeping bag sort of thing. It's over there now. I assume this was to help keep it from getting scratched or anything like that. Getting rid of its internal bag here before I open the case and find yet more bags. Bag for the neck. And a bag for the body. All of the open keys on this instrument were wedged down, which is pretty common for when new saxophones are shipped. Some of the wedges on this one were extremely tight, as you'll see in a minute here. Some of them took me a minute or two to get them out. Wasn't too bad on the bell keys. Just took care of the G key. Sorry, a bit out of frame again. I'm taking care of the upper stack. Those were fine, but when I get to the lower stack, which is kind of the right-hand home keys, struggle with this for a minute. I do get them eventually. Okay, all right. Okay, I finally got all those out. I really didn't want to have to deal with flipping the camera again, so I'm just checking for any super obvious body damage. As you can hear from me clanging the keys pretty much as loudly as I possibly can. I didn't suspect that there would be any, and there wasn't. BARI SAXs aren't super conducive to leak lights because of all of their curves, so most of the time I will pop the E-flat key off, and that gives me a good way to put my leak light up through the body tube. Now from here, I'm going to try to handle a BARI SAX in one hand and the camera in the other. I am so sorry for this poor videography you're about to experience. You can hear a little bit of pad stickiness, not so sticky to the key staying down or anything like that, and I do expect it'll dissipate once the keys have been allowed to be open and breathe for a little while. Who knows how long they've been wedged down between when they were wedged at the factory and probably more like they were wedged at the distribution center, between when they were wedged there and when it got to me and I unwedged them just now. I'm checking for pad leaks, which is each pad sealing its tone hole individually properly, and I'm also checking for obvious regulation leaks, which is when 2 or more pads need to go down at the same time, making sure that they actually do hit their tone holes at the same time. Important to check the fronts and backs, and sides, of course, of each pad. And yeah, this one was really, really quite good. Obviously, this isn't a super thorough check. As I said, I'm trying to wrangle a very large saxophone and my phone at the same time. So I'll, of course, check it more thoroughly, but you get the idea here. It's quite a good setup. High F and F sharp keys can be really tough to see if light's coming through or not. When I give this a more thorough check, I usually will pop off the high E key and put the leak light in through that tone hole. You can see a little bit of light in there, but that's not really telling us much. Before I put the E flat key back on, I like to check the low C key here. And can't forget the bell keys. This is a spot I really expect to be out of adjustment, even if it was like the world's most perfect saxophone leaving the factory. I mean, it's so kind of bottom heavy, if you think about the bell being the bottom, that just getting jostled around and shipping, I would expect this to go out of adjustment a bit, but this was quite good. Low C sharp doing well. Nice key guard on that low C sharp key. I don't know why that one doesn't get key guards sometimes on some saxophones, so I really appreciate that Eastman puts one there. Okay, now the E-flat key is going back on. Bit out of frame again, but I'm just putting the leak light through the low C tone hole so I can check the E-flat key. It's got my stock mouthpiece, I don't even know what brand it is, and a Leger American cut reed. Yeah, I just finished checking out and play testing the Eastman 52nd Street BARI sax, EBS 652, I believe, is its official government name. Actually, this tag probably says it. Hey, there it is right there. So yeah, the EBS 652, more commonly known as the 52nd Street BARI from Eastman Winds. And yeah, I gotta say, I like it quite a bit. Really good. I was going to say pretty good. Really good setup straight out of the box. You probably saw all I had to really adjust was that F sharp, G sharp, B flat bar. That regulation was way out, so it made the low notes not very responsive, and those are the best notes on BARI sax, so we got to make sure those are an adjustment. Other than that, nothing major. I'm definitely going to take time to go through and really check it more carefully. It was quite difficult to handle a BARI sax in one hand and a phone, so I could record a video in the other hand, so I will go through and check it more thoroughly, but nothing major other than that one spot of regulation, so really good job on that. I see BARI saxes that cost literally twice as much as this that are set up way worse than that. Checking out the rest of it, I do dig the compact case there. probably hard to see in the video, but there's like a clear layer over it here, so it's not going to get scratched before it reaches its destination or anything like that. Here you go. You can see it right there. That's cool. Nice accessory pouch here. Very heavy duty. Backpack straps are nice. I actually took the neck strap out of the accessory pouch to use. It was a decent neck strap for sure. There's also a swab and polishing cloth in there. And here's what the inside looks like. Nice little cool, unnecessary, but really cool feature for the matching ligature, right? Your ligature's got to match the rest of the instrument. And then one of the new Eastman mouthpieces are pretty cool. I can unwrap it while holding the phone. Not really. But yeah, I've been impressed with these. Stock mouthpieces are typically just like an afterthought when in a new instrument, especially professional level instrument, even comes with a mouthpiece. But these ones are pretty good, actually. So yeah, don't treat that the way you would treat most stock mouthpieces. Actually, give that one a shot. I'd say at the very least, it's a really nice backup should something happen to your main mouthpiece on your gig. And even for students, it's actually probably a really good place to start for students. Cork grease holder right there, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go through it more thoroughly for sure, especially once it sells. I always recheck it before it ships out the door, but absolutely nothing major, and there might not even be any adjustments that I'm going to make on it. Actually, I noticed a couple spots of just very minor lost motion. I think I remember that on the F key right there. Not gonna affect how it sounds, just how it feels. We're talking really minor when you're shipping such a large instrument like this, so no fault to Eastman on that one at all. But yeah, it's a really nice sax. Nice complement to their Rue St. George line, their EBS 650 in the more traditional lacquer. That's also a really nice instrument. Total personal preference, I do like that one just a tiny bit better, but I gotta say, I really dig this 52nd Street instrument as well. It's a really nice instrument, especially for the price. So yeah, you should absolutely check out this BARI sax. Okay, I think that's all I got. Thanks for watching.
New miles Monday, we'll go miles on this ride. New miles Monday, with some miles on the side.